Well, I'm back, and this time here, I did a very large tractor. This here is a Case International Harvester Farmall Model 80. It's an 80 horsepower tractor. I believe this is a 2010, and these models simply did not come with a cab. And as you can see, we put a cab on. It was a lot of work because these big tall tractors, I got to do the whole thing off of a ladder and steps, and it was a little bit extra work, but it turned out great. And as you can see, we'll start over here. Like usual, all my cabs, they're pretty much the same. And this one here was really different because it's almost 5 feet wide, and you can tell by the width of that windshield. It made it hard for a lot of things because my sheets of steel only come 4 feet wide, and I had a lot of little tricks I had to do to get this one done. I had to reach almost up to my shoulder in my bag of tricks for this one. And to start off, I brought out the original steps 2.5 inches from where they were. You would never tell, but with the new cab on, they were in too far and they weren't very safe. So I brought the both of them out 2.5 inches, and now it's great to walk out and in. It's perfect. We'll come around to the back. This one here was actually so wide that I had to put an extra window on each side of the opening window in the back, because I'm pretty sure if I made a window the full width, there would have been a chance when the guy's closing it, it could have flexed and potentially cracked the glass. So I avoided all those issues, and I made a normal size back window that opens, like so. And I put a nice side window on each side. And another thing, these original signal lights would have had to be moved or modified, and the way it is now, they fit right in between. This is the filler panel I made for this one. It's all one piece. It's all bolted, it's easily removed. It's got a nice seal around it like everything else. I had to do a lot of little custom pieces to fit all these little nooks and crannies there, because my steel work has to follow the shape of the tractor and leave my 1/4 inch gap everywhere so that the rubber seal fills it. And it doesn't look like much now, but these little pieces, there's one on each side, it's a full day to make one. So very time consuming. And on these back corners, I got them bolted from the inside. And another thing, when I did this one, because it's a large tractor, I got to shoot the bottom of my door out. So I made an extra little piece here to fill the gap. Now, believe it or not, this is another little piece that don't look like much, but it's a day's work to fabricate that little piece, just in order to be able to glue my rubber seal on. And the reason why I pushed the door ahead on these big ones, because when I open it, it'll clear the tire with lots of room. And if I made my door come down where it should be, right up against the fender, it would be real close to this tire. If not, it would be touching it, and you would be in a bad spot. But now you got lots of clearance, and it works great. This side here too, I didn't have to do nothing with the step on this side, but I repainted it and I cleaned it up. The toolbox is where it always was. At one time, when there was no cab on this tractor, there was a piece of glass here from the factory with like a handle on it, and this blinker, this signal light was part of that. So when I put the cab on, I modified that piece and I mounted it here just to have the signal light. Didn't have to do that, but it made a better job. And this is all plug and play, you can remove it. I knew for a fact that the gentleman did not use this bracket which holds the loader assembly. There's no loader on this tractor. So I simply used the holes that are available, and this can be removed in 2 minutes, but I think it's gonna stay there for a long time. Now I'll open the hood. And as you can see, I cleaned all this tractor inside and out. It's as clean as the day this guy purchased it. And I hope it stays like that for a while. And this is where I took my connections for my heater on this one. I went down here. There was a drain plug on the bottom rad hose. I used that for my return. And I took my pressure right from the pump up here that pumps the coolant up through the heater, and it returns through this line. It's the first time I had to do it this way because this is a Cummins engine, and normally on the Kubotas and the John Deeres and the Masseys and all the other ones, I do another method with the bypass hose, but there was no bypass hose on this model. So that's the way I ended up going, and it works great. Lots of heat. And this guy will be nice and warm in the wintertime. And I'm sure he's going to be very happy with his cab. And if you take a look inside, you'll see the way the fenders are made. And that's why I had to go so wide. This is the size of a small mini home. Normally, the fenders are all one height, and I can start my cab wherever it's supposed to go, and I'm off to the races. But on this one, I had to deal with all these plastic pieces, and here's the piece that I had to make to fill in the gap. And again, it don't look like much, but that's a day's work to make that piece, and the end result is very nice. And as usual, we have all our usual accessories in here. 2-speed circulation fan that's fully adjustable, LED dome light. We got a nice heater that's right into the cooling system, and of course our front lights, back lights, wipers, back wiper, convex mirrors on the inside, which is a good idea. I started that a few years ago. It's better than putting them on the outside. They don't hook up in branches. They don't get full of snow and frost. My back window works great. We got our new style locks on it that I started doing a few tractors ago. That's working out really nice. And I got a feeling this gentleman is going to be quite happy with this cab. He's been looking for a cab for this tractor for a long time, and they're simply not available. I don't want to toot my own horn, but this is nicer than a factory cab as far as I'm concerned. I really like it. Lots of vision. The windows are huge. This is the most amount of glass I've ever bought for a tractor cab. And it suits this tractor very nice. It looks like it came with it. Everything blends in good. I got the paint, the color to match. It's all ready to go. And in a few days, this will be gone, and we will be on to the next one. So again, this is a Case Farmall Model 80, and now he has a cab on it. And winter time will be a pleasure. Instead of a skidoo helmet on blowing snow, you'll be in comfort. And if you like this video, you know, like, share, subscribe. And again, if you want to see my other line of videos where I show you how to build these cabs, this one is in there now, and there's usually a link below. And if you're into that, hey, it's available. And we will see you on the next one.